Yeah, just a couple of months' time. Where are we now? It's the 8th, isn't it? 8th of September. It's only a couple of months away. We've got the 411th anniversary of the Gunpowder Plot. You know, it's a bit of a shady business. Terrorism, of course, terrorism, we shouldn't forget that. We get the old bonfire going. Guy Fawkes, Guido Fawkes and the conspirators. Of course, a lot of people think that was a cellar, under the Houses of Parliament. It wasn't really. It was a storage. It was a storage room, a vaulted storage room. And of course, it was about 37 barrels of gunpowder. Overkill, to be honest, overkill. They do know that because gunpowder is it's something of a flash in the pan. When it isn't contained, as it were, but contained, it's a bit of a different story, I mean, it blow you to kingdom come. That James the First, the poor bugger, clever guy. Of course, he was a clever guy. Without him, we wouldn't have had the King James Bible. It's still regarded, isn't it, as one of the best. The standard, the gold standard, not quite my thing, but I think it's a bit like picking up a 1935, the original highway code, isn't it? Really, that. It's all a bit out of date, isn't it? You can't follow that 1935 highway code because it don't quite tally with modern times. We've moved on, haven't we, since all that and the religion. But you see, religion, it's well, look at today. We got a lot of terrorism. It's what can you say about that? I mean. But it's always been going on, hasn't it? You see, as I say, we got that 411th anniversary. But he was a clever guy, James the First, very clever guy. But he was regarded as something of a buffoon, and so he was this mixture of very high intelligence, probably the most intelligent king we've had. They do say this, and a bloody idiot, fucking about and all sorts of things, fucking about with his manservant and all that as well. But that's all right. It doesn't matter, does it? We don't judge these things and these people. So from the past, it's all walked under the bridge, all walked under the bridge, isn't it? But yeah, times move on. But nothing changes, does it? Nothing fucking changes, does it? All the same issues. I believe this, you believe that. Let's have a bit of a war. Of course, in 1605 and that period, it was so much Catholics, persecutions and that. And when you step on somebody, they do tend to bite back, don't they? This is what happens. But this is the nature. This is the nature of man. I don't know what else to say about all this, really. I shan't be having any fireworks. No, I've done the fireworks thing in the past with my kids and that, and it's all a bit, I don't know, But anyway, it doesn't look like a bad day. I do hope you enjoy it. Don't have any nasty accidents with explosives or anything, and keep it together, as they say. Keep it together. Don't go to pieces, please. Anywhere in the world, please. It's not funny, is it, really? But no. Anyway, and it's certainly not clever either. It's not clever. Don't forget, it's not bloody clever. All that sort of thing. there's no, you know, where does that violence get you? You know, really, it just fuels it, and it fans the flames, a bit like the Great Fire of London. You know, we just had the 350th anniversary of that one. You know, that was a bit of a conflagration. You know, a bit of a infernal conflagration, as they might call it. Samuel Pepys, nice guy. You know, started in Pudding Lane. Had to start somewhere, didn't it? I mean, they didn't leave the chip pan on or anything. It was, you know, I think it was some sparks smouldering away in the oven. Apparently, that flour's a theory, you know, because flour, the dust from the flour is highly combustible. You see, and they think that's what it was all about. And of course, just round the corner as well, there's another thing that they said. Just round the corner, there's a huge underground. There was a bit of a storage cellar with all this pitch, because they weren't far from the river there. You know, Pudding Lane is just down the hill from the river there, just up the hill from the river. So they're probably storing some pitch for the boats, to preserve the boats, you know, in the water. And of course, once the fire hit the pitch barrels, I mean, it just would have just like an explosion, wouldn't it? But these are all the details of history, and we don't need to, you know, you don't want to hear all that, do you? You know, it's not your thing, really, so. But anyway, you know, I've said it, you know, have a good day, and we'll catch up, all right?